Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're reventuring deep into the lush forests of South and Southeast Asia to meet a true giant of the animal kingdom. It's a creature of immense power, a symbol of wild strength, and arguably the most impressive bovine on the planet. Get ready to be awestruck by the majestic Gaur. What exactly is a Gaur? Well, imagine the biggest, most muscular bull you've ever seen, and then make it even bigger. The Gaur, scientifically known as Bos gaurus, holds the title for the largest and most powerful wild cattle species in the world. We're talking about an animal that truly defines the word colossal. Let's break down the numbers, because they are staggering. An adult Gaur can stand up to 2 meters tall at the shoulder. That's taller than most people. They can stretch over 3 meters in length, and their weight is just as impressive, ranging from 600 kilograms all the way up to a mind-boggling 1,000 kilograms or more. To put that in perspective, a fully grown Gaur can weigh as much as a small car. Their appearance is just as formidable as their size. Gaurs are covered in a coat of dark brown to almost black fur, which gleams in the sunlight. One of their most distinctive features is the striking white or pale yellow coloration on their lower legs, which looks like they're wearing a set of pristine white stockings. This unique marking makes them instantly recognizable. And then there are the horns. Both males and females have them, but the males are significantly larger. These impressive horns curve upwards and inwards, sometimes reaching over 1 meter in length from tip to tip. Combined with a muscular hump on their shoulders, this gives the Gaur an imposing silhouette, a true king of the forest.
Ow!
So where can you find these incredible animals? Gaurs are native to South and Southeast Asia. Their range stretches across countries like India, Nepal, Bhutan, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. They are incredibly adaptable, thriving in a variety of habitats from dense tropical rainforests and evergreen woodlands to hilly terrains and vast grasslands. However, they almost always stay close to a reliable water source, as rivers and streams are essential for their daily hydration and cooling needs. Like many large herbivores, the Gaur's day is structured around finding food and staying cool. They are primarily herbivores, with a diet that is both diverse and selective. Their menu consists mainly of fresh grasses, tender leaves, young shoots, and especially bamboo, which is a particular favorite. During certain seasons, they will also indulge in forest fruits, adding variety to their meals. Their feeding schedule is quite strategic. Gaurs are most active during the cooler parts of the day, the early morning and late afternoon. This is when you'll see them grazing peacefully in open clearings or at the forest edge. When the midday sun becomes too intense, they retreat into the shade of dense thickets or deep forests to rest, digest, and conserve energy. This behavior helps them avoid overheating and stay safe from potential threats. Now, let's talk about their social life. Gaurs are social animals, but their group dynamics are quite interesting. They typically live in small herds, usually numbering between 5 to 15 individuals. These herds are not random gatherings. They have a clear social structure. The leader of the group is almost always an experienced adult female. She's the matriarch, guiding the herd to the best feeding grounds, water sources, and safe resting spots. Her wisdom and experience are crucial for the survival of the entire group. The herd is primarily composed of females and their young. So where are the massive bulls? Adult males, especially the largest and most dominant ones, often lead solitary lives. They roam the forest alone, marking their territory and living independently. They will only seek out and join the herds during the breeding season when their primary focus shifts to finding a mate. This solitary nature adds to their mystique and makes the sighting of a lone bull an even more special event. Given their immense size and formidable horns, you might assume Gaurs are aggressive and confrontational, but the reality is quite different. Despite their intimidating appearance, Gaurs are generally shy and peaceful creatures. Their first instinct when encountering humans is to avoid conflict and retreat quietly into the forest. They prefer a life of peace, far from any disturbance. However, this gentle nature has its limits. Gaur should never be underestimated. They feel threatened, cornered, or especially when a mother is protecting her calf, they transform into one of the most dangerous animals in the forest. A provoked Gaur will not hesitate to use its incredible strength and sharp horns to defend itself. They are capable of charging with surprising speed, and their power is enough to deter most predators, even tigers. Their defensive capabilities are a stark reminder that they are wild animals, deserving of respect and distance. Reproduction in the Gaur world follows a seasonal cycle. The breeding season typically coincides with the end of the dry season and the beginning of the wet season, when food becomes more abundant. After a male joins a herd and successfully mates, the female undergoes a gestation period of about 9 months, very similar to humans. She will then give birth to a single calf. A newborn Gaur is reddish-brown and is able to stand and walk within minutes of being born. From the moment of its birth, the calf becomes the center of the herd's attention. The mother is fiercely protective, but she isn't alone. The entire herd, led by the matriarch, works together to protect the vulnerable young one. This communal care significantly increases the calf's chances of surviving the many dangers of the wild, from predation to accidents. Unfortunately, the story of the Gaur is not just one of power and majesty, it's also a story of struggle. Today, Gaur populations across their range are facing a rapid decline. The threats are numerous and severe. The biggest threat is habitat loss and fragmentation. As human populations expand, forests are cleared for agriculture, infrastructure, and settlements, shrinking the Gaur's home and cutting off vital corridors between populations. Illegal hunting or poaching is another major problem. Gaurs are hunted for their meat, horns, and other body parts, which are traded on the black market. This illegal activity puts immense pressure on already dwindling populations. Furthermore, as their habitats shrink, Gaurs are increasingly coming into conflict with humans. They may wander onto farmland in search of food, leading to crop damage and retaliatory killings. Because of these mounting threats, the Gaur is now classified as a vulnerable species by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. This means they are facing a high risk of extinction in the wild. Many countries have listed them as a protected species, and conservation efforts are underway to save them. These efforts include creating protected national parks and wildlife sanctuaries, implementing anti-poaching patrols, and working with local communities to reduce human-Gaur conflict. Protecting the Gaur is about more than just saving one species. As a large herbivore, the Gaur plays a vital role in its ecosystem. Their grazing helps maintain the health of grasslands and forest undergrowth, shaping the landscape and creating habitats for other smaller animals. They are a keystone species, and their disappearance would have cascading negative effects on the entire forest ecosystem. The Gaur is a breathtaking example of nature's power and beauty, a creature of quiet strength, a dedicated parent, and a vital part of Asia's natural heritage. Their fight for survival is a powerful reminder of our shared responsibility to protect the planet's incredible biodiversity. The next time you think of the world's most powerful animals, don't just think of lions and bears. Remember the mighty Gaur, the true king of the Asian forests? Thank you so much for joining us on this journey today. If you enjoyed learning about the Gaur, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing wildlife content. And as always, let us know in the comments what animal you'd like us to feature next. See you in the next video.